What's up, guys? Hey, just want to let you guys know this is the intro, and the boys, they can't do it without me. So welcome back to the Helmet to Helmet podcast. We love for you to join us. We have a star-studded episode with 3 lamos because you're missing one of them. And I love you guys, and I'll be back. Peace out.
So what do you want to start off with?
We got
Yeah,
the Walking Dead shows.
You wish you had that whiteboard now, didn't you? I seen you looking.
No.
You just want to talk about the new Walking Dead shows coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen the trailers for them?
I seen the Maggie one, but I haven't seen like the other ones.
That
like,
show's actually out already. I just haven't
Yeah.
watched it yet. Have you seen the Fear the Walking Dead?
I watched like a few seasons, but it's just kind of boring.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of it. I just like seeing the start of it all.
Yeah, no.
Like how they'll be going down the road, and then you'll see like one up, just one,
Yeah.
and so like
Instead of,
everything
like
else is
12
normal.
trillion,
Yeah,
like Rick did in the first freaking episode.
and then like as it gets worse, you see like the cop is like stacking water in his truck,
Mhm.
in like a ton of it, and they're like looking, and he's like,
Yeah.
and he shuts the thing and like pulls out. It you could tell like I just like seeing it gradually
Or,
get
like,
worse and worse. Like,
When the son like killed the dude, he's like, "Dude, I killed that guy. I killed him. I killed my friend." Then
yeah,
he just comes
and
out.
then he comes back, and they were like,
Huh? You said you killed him. Come on, honey.
yeah,
Mom's about to get eaten.
dude,
She's apparently alive. That show would be a lot better because the story's not bad. They just like it's a lot less gruesome than The Walking Dead itself is.
Yeah,
And it
but-
just like
and they do it like the Walking Dead characters like from the main show. They just appear in it.
yeah,
I'm like,
Which some
why
of
are
them-
you here? Like Morgan's in it. I'm like,
Yeah.
how did you get here, bud? The guy that Negan burned his face on the iron.
yeah, I
He's
liked
there.
him, though.
I'm like, how are you in this though?
yeah, because it doesn't explain like the timelines.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you know how hard it is for people to find each other in that.
Yeah.
And 2 people from the same show just happen to make it, like, and be in.
And out of the whole world.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I definitely like.
Which I mean, it might make sense, but I haven't actually seen it. It might make sense.
Not
somehow,
really. That show kind of has some plot holes, definitely. There's a few good seasons, and like I do enjoy. What's his name? Not Michael. What's his name? The dude with the stick.
but Morgan.
Morgan. Yeah, Morgan. I knew there was something with him. I enjoy seeing him sometimes, but
Yeah.
he kind of annoys me though too because he's like, if I kill one person, I'm gonna go sicko mode on every person. I'm like,
And he
have
does
a little
kinda-
self control, little
I
guy.
know.
He's like, I can't kill him. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
he is trying to
And-
kill you, dog.
The guy,
What do
yeah,
you mean?
the wolf people.
Yes.
It's so aggravating.
He's like,
It's
I
so
can't.
aggravating.
I gotta change.
And then the next, like
He'll
the next
change.
season, he freaking kills everybody.
yeah.
Like,
It
he
just
got
doesn't-
he got ticked off. He's like, I had enough of this bull crap. I'm
yeah, he
waiting.
killed that guy that got not Henry, his brother killed. The Saviors, remember when the Saviors were coming and like
Mhm.
the guy that was on the kingdom side, he got
Oh yeah,
what's
yeah,
his face
yeah.
killed him. He killed him.
How many seasons are you in?
9, I think there is.
Okay, so you watched it all?
No, I
Yeah.
think
Walking Dead?
Mhm. What are you looking at? Like,
I
I thought you were looking at the
Fear
camera.
the Walking
I say,
Dead
how's-
or what regular.
this regular Walking Dead.
No, I've
Oh,
watched
there's
I
all
know
of
he
them.
just jumped from Fear the Walking Dead to regular Walking Dead, but I was just asking about that.
No, yeah, I've watched all of them. I've
Okay.
watched Walking Dead probably 4 times over. I just haven't watched the
I've
I
last
need to
twice.
rewatch it again.
I didn't like after
So
Glenn
many
dies in
episodes.
The Walking Dead. I would always kind of like stop there. Then like a few months later or like a year later, I'd be like, I want to watch Walking Dead again because it is a really good show. I mean, there's not a lot. What?
I got I got a hot take about that.
Well,
So yeah, I think y'all probably know it, but I like Glenn a lot, but I'd rather Negan be in the show than Glenn.
yeah,
Like when people say that they stopped watching because Glenn died and they hate Negan, it's the opposite. Like I think it gets over a slump whenever Glenn dies, and because it's like no one big dies.
Yeah.
And then you get Glenn and Abraham in the same episode.
well, like
and it's
I
like-
wish they would have kept Abraham, but like
Oh, yeah.
it's like I don't want to see new characters cycle through. Like I want to see some of the old. Like if they would have cut Abraham, I would have been fine.
Oh yeah,
Because they got rid of the 2 of probably some of the funnier people.
I
Then
really like
Rick
Rosita.
eventually.
That's
Yeah.
another thing. I was.
Rosita, I wasn't really mad about because like
Why
she
would
just
they
occasionally
kill?
come in.
Why would they take Carl out of the show?
Yeah, Carl shouldn't have died. Like if they would have even kept Carl too, that
Could
would
you
have been a
imagine
different
how
story.
much better the last couple seasons would have been if Carl was just there?
Yeah, and they're like freaking,
Michonne leaves, Rick leaves, Carl should be there, like
Yeah.
to take. You know what I mean?
and
'cause
like,
in the
that's where
comics-
his sister comes into play, though.
Yeah, but
but her sister's like 1.5.
that like Carl should be there, like being the leader, like in the comics.
No, yeah, I agree.
That was the dumbest thing they did is kill Carl off.
You're just
Yeah.
as bad at Yvonne, though.
I know, but she's still little, like
Yeah, she's like 12, maybe a little less.
probably. Yeah, I would say she's like 9 or 10, probably.
Well, I
About
guarantee
the
they're going
age
to
that
probably.
freaking Carl was.
There's no way they can end the Walking Dead right there, because honestly, there's gonna be more episodes.
They're bringing the regular show's over. They're bringing back
Separate stuff.
Yeah,
they're
they're
gonna
bringing,
bring.
like,
They have
spin-off
one that's like a
shows.
Rick and Michonne. They're
that
gonna
one.
have
Oh my god,
Daryl.
I'm so ready for that.
I love Rick in general. I wish it was Rick and Daryl.
I mean, they ended the last episode like kind of perfectly, but honestly, like at the very end, you just see freaking Rick just seeing a helicopter, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
like,
it's just such a big tease. You know what I mean?
like what
Yeah,
else is
when they
going
just
on? I was
end
like,
it.
I understand
I'm
they're
like,
making
forever. They're just like Rick will not be working.
I know they're making like separate episodes, but I wish they would have made like one more season finale where like it ended perfectly, where everybody was either back or something like that. I mean, it don't have to be.
I really like how it ended because it's like gets you excited for everything else.
I wish they had.
Well, I
one
mean,
that
I'm
was
glad
just
they're
like
making
the OGs.
episodes.
You know what I mean? I wish they had one that was just like the OGs. Because like
Yeah, that they should not have. Like, I know obviously everyone can't live to the end, but I feel like if they they should have just kept Carl, then it would have been so much better.
yeah, because the only people it's like the OGs that are still around. It was in The Walking Dead before it ended was Maggie.
And not even, I mean, she's season
She's
2, but
half and half. Yeah,
which that counts as OG really because
yeah. I would say like
Carol
till
and
3.
Daryl.
Yeah, Carol, Daryl, and that's it.
I would say Michonne is like the last OG,
Yeah,
and she came in.
but she's
Season
not
3.
around anyways. Anyway, either.
Yeah,
My
Don't
least
matter.
favorite scenes was when they got to the CDC.
Least
yeah,
favorite
that
scene?
was so
Yeah,
trash.
like I just didn't like when they got to the CDC.
That was so trash.
But I did enjoy.
They
when
don't
got
even
to
figure
the
that
farm.
out in the comics like that. Like that doesn't exist in the comics.
Really?
They figure it out because Rick goes back from the prison to where Shane was killed to see if he's a walker because he didn't get shot in the head.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I zoomed out for like a second.
In the comics, he dies like the first issue. Shane,
Oh, really?
yeah, Carl shoots him
I'm sad. I like
just through the throat, and
That's
that's why
sad.
Rick goes back to see if he's a walker.
You like Shane?
I like Shane. As
I
like
did too a
character.
lot.
Because it kind of gave a little bit of like
He was like season 5 Rick before
Oh,
season
yeah.
5 Rick.
he would have definitely turned out.
He would
like
have
an-
eaten someone's throat out
yeah.
for sure.
Bulls. But like,
I mean, it would have been a good like right hand man for Rick, but
Yeah.
I think Daryl replacing
No, I
him
like
was
Daryl,
actually
too.
the best thing though.
Oh,
Dude, Daryl.
I don't like him better than Daryl.
no.
Dude, Daryl was
I
like
just-
the best thing ever on that show.
If he would have stayed how he was
Still
in the
is.
first season, I think he'd have been fine. But like, he just was like getting too aggressive and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed watching him. I like Glenn too, and I mean I liked all the characters from the season 1 besides Carol. Carol pissed me off always because she was like, "Help!"
I never liked Carol
I
until
really liked Carol.
I didn't like Carol for a long time. Like I didn't mind her in the first couple like seasons, and then there was a point where she just went soft, and I was like, I can't stand this. And then she like
Oh, yeah.
literally was just like basically not killing everybody, but she was basically like getting close to like everybody dying. Like she was making so many mistakes, and like I feel like that was a cause of her, getting them in trouble most of the time because of her. And then she like saved him one time, and I was like, okay, she's not bad, but I was like,
Yeah, and whenever she came back is whenever they were in the savior, like captured by the saviors, and she had to cross, like
Yeah.
acting like she was like scared, and then she pushed the lady into the water to get her cheek ate off.
like she just like has an innocent old lady feel to her,
That's why she
But then,
kills a lot
yeah, I
of people.
know.
Dude, she
And
pranks.
then all of a
She-
sudden she just goes off.
Prank him,
But,
John.
but there was like there was like 2 or 3 seasons. She was like soft, super soft. Like I'm not talking about
Yeah,
even.
the first.
I'm not
but
even. Well, I'm not
like
even
the
talking about
first
that.
few, I really liked. Like, she wasn't.
I mean,
She
was.
wasn't as useful as everyone else, but she was still useful. Like, she would cook for people who were like
yeah.
I mean,
being
she'd
nerds,
still-
or you know what I mean, like help people. Like she
Especially
went-
after her husband died. Oh, dude, I was loving
I hate
that.
that guy.
Dude,
And
I
Shane
hated
just
him.
beat him to death.
Yeah.
You know, and
Almost
also
to death.
the thing about it is though, you got to think though, like the first seasons in, everybody was rusty there compared to what they are now. Like the OGs
Not
now.
rusty. They just never done
Yeah,
it.
inexperienced.
Well, I mean, it's like us. We wouldn't understand until we start like learning after like 2 or 3 years into zombie. Okay, we know what they're gonna do, what's gonna happen. Like that would be like a human instinct. So they kind of played that role like very perfectly, in my
Yeah.
opinion. The first 2 seasons or 3 seasons, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad they're not like, oh, I know where they're gonna come from or something like that. I don't like movies when they do that, like where it's like, oh, they're like, you know, they're bad to the
instantly get
bone
it,
and they're just like,
just
oh.
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what's
But I
up.
did like
I know
see-
what this is. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, this is a new thing.
I really like whenever like something has a world where something has one thing different. You know what I mean? Like everything else is based, but then you have like zombies
Yeah.
or like
It's not like Bizarre where it's like this Ebola virus came through and it's like, you know. It's
Yeah,
like, what are you
but it's
talking
not like
about?
zombies that also like I'm Legend, which is a good movie, but they're
It's
like
not, like, too
vampires and
far-fetched.
zombies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At
Did
the
you see
same
I
time.
Am Legend is a good movie?
You don't like
Yeah.
Legend?
I
With
think
Will
you're
Smith.
the first person I've ever heard say that.
I mean, it's not like the greatest movie ever, but I mean,
I don't
think it was
I don't
that
think
bad.
it's
It's
bad
watchable.
either, but like
it's
I don't
like,
know, this wasn't a bad movie, but it
it's
wasn't
like
a
a
bad
mid.
movie,
It's just
but-
mid.
It's one of
Like I'm
definitely-
just saying, like a lot of people
It-
I
that's
talked
one-
to, they're like, that was the trashiest movie I ever seen in my life, and I was like, I don't think it's that bad, dude. When I first watched it, because that movie was like very old now. When we were very young, dude, that crap scared the crap out of me when I was. He freaking came out in the dark or whatever. When you know the scene where he was like in his dog ran into the dark room, dude. I'd be crapping the brick. I would not. There ain't no way. I'd be like, my dog's gone. To see y'all. That digger went after him. I was like, there ain't no way. And then you just see him eating something like a dead deer. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
gosh. And then they come around the corner and he's screeching. I'm like, nope.
That was so
England.
sad when he had to snap the dog's neck. So sad.
I don't even remember it.
It was so
Like,
sad.
I watched it, but it was a long time
It was so
ago.
sad
Like his
when
wife
Glenn's
gave him
eyes
the
was
dog.
went. Dude, that's so bad.
This dude's trying to talk. His eyes popping out. Dude, that's so sad.
It's such a good show.
Negan's
I
the
love
greatest
Negan.
villain of all time, dude. Like not all the time, but like basically.
We need
Like
to do
okay, I'll take it back. Negan's the greatest villain they added in The Walking Dead because all the rest of them were dog water.
Yeah, I didn't like the mayor or the
the
governor.
governor.
He
Alpha-
pissed me off.
Alpha-
I hate him, bro.
Alpha and Beta wasn't bad. It
No, I
was just
hated
very.
that.
It was very different. I wouldn't say they were like great, but it was very different, like than what you've seen because literally they did something very different. And then you notice at the very end of those like, but the thing about it is, dude, the very end of the last season, you notice that they were like climbing stuff and everything,
Yeah.
and they were like,
Something-
"Oh, it's whispers, a whisper." We'll never know about that anymore unless they put in the new episodes because. Like they just started climbing at the very end of the very last
Yeah, they
season.
did it in
I'm
like
like,
the first season, and then they did it for the rest of the series, and then did it again at the end.
I don't particularly like that they kind of did that because I think the
I don't
zombies
either.
just
So
say,
dumb.
like I get why they do it, but at the same time, like it's the same thing with like the whispers and itself. It's because like it's kind of straying too far away from that like realism type beat because it's like obviously it's not realistic. It's a zombie show, but it's not so far fetched where it's like, oh my gosh, this is like dumb. It's not Star Wars.
It's
which
just
I'm not
so
saying Star
stupid
Wars is
that
dumb,
they-
you know what I mean?
They did it in the first season. You see the Walker like at the window with the brick and trying to break it, and then
They're just like,
the
that
the
crap
lady's
too.
mom tries to open the door.
Yeah.
I meant Morgan's mom tries to open the door, or wife.
yeah,
Dear God.
we get what you said.
She tries to open the door, but and then nothing, and then the
Yeah,
end,
it's
it's they're back, and they're like,
climbing.
yeah, they're like, I've heard about this, but I've never seen one. I'm like, Where
What about all those other
There
times?
was
Dude,
9 seasons in between these two.
Negan's reaction was so funny when he saw it. He said,
What the?
that girl was, I would be like that too. I'd be like, what in the heck?
Yeah, like what did they? It's just so dumb that they just were just like, yeah, throw it back in there. You know what I mean?
One thing I did like about World War Z is that they did it in like a smarter
I
way.
was just thinking about that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like you got to think that they're
Dude,
not
they
going to
were
have
fast
smarts.
as frick.
Dude, they were scary.
They were running over top of each other.
Yeah,
and
they
stuff.
the wall they freaking climbed
Yeah,
up each
they-
other.
Someone asked me one time. They
To get
said,
the
"What
helicopter.
would you go against? World War Z zombies or what was that one movie?" They were like,
Shaun of the Dead.
yeah, they're like freaky. Like they can run, they can like hide and basically like make noises. I can't remember what it was. I have to look it up one time. But dude, I was
I
like,
think
Last
you're
of
talking
Us?
about.
The Last of Us ones, they like the clickers.
Gosh,
yeah, I think so.
I can't think of
The
they
ones
were-
that like are like noisy as crap or something like that. I can't
Yeah, that
remember.
might be that.
Did he have like a head, like a fungus head?
Yeah,
That's the Last of Us.
yeah, I think that's what they said. They said, "Who would you go against?" I said, "That's a bad choice."
The Last of Us is so good.
Dude, I'm getting the freaking World War Z zombies because they're easy to beat. You just
Yeah,
have to be
you just
sick.
have. Yeah, you just have
Give
to have
yourself
like.
like AIDS.
That World War Z movie was a good movie too. Honestly, in
It
my
wasn't a
opinion,
bad movie.
I think it was great.
Especially for a zombie movie.
I wish
There's
they
not
would've
lot of
made a
good
second
zombie
one.
movies.
I
Have
mean,
you
the way
seen
they
the-
ended it was kind of hard to make a second one, but
Have y'all seen the? I think it's a comic. It's like Star Wars zombies, pretty much. They get some kind of disease. Where,
Wars zombies.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Star Wars. It's like zombies in Star Wars.
Where did this come from?
It's a comic or something, but it's like an entire starship of stormtroopers. They get some kind of disease somehow, and it goes through like pretty much the survivors of it, trying to survive one. Dude, could you imagine that?
All I could think
That's-
about,
On
A
big shit.
movie about that would be
all I could think about with Star Wars zombies is when they had the what's that?
the worm.
The
thing.
worm. That's all I could think
In the
about.
Clone
Clone Wars. That's all I could think. I was like, what?
No, that was the closest thing we got. But like that, or I always thought like stuff where you're confined in like one area is cool. Like zombies on a cruise ship or something. Like,
Yeah.
what would you do?
Jump overboard.
No,
Yeah,
I just
like-
said jump on.
I'm hitting it.
Like
Hitting the Titanic, dog.
I was about to say like
Oh no, I found.
I think there's a book of it, but imagine a movie where it's the Titanic, but instead of like an iceberg, they tried to cover it up with an iceberg because it was zombies that broke out on the ship.
That'd be pretty
Like
cool.
they were hauling something that disguising it as a cruise,
You
and
know how
then
many people would believe that crap that they've ever made a movie and be like,
Yeah,
no way,
and they
that
were-
was for real.
like the government was trying to haul the thing, like the disease or whatever, to
Mm-hmm.
contain it, and then they covered it up as a cruise ship, and then somehow it got out.
That would be pretty cool.
That's
that's
that
what I like
might be
about.
so cool.
That's what I like about like the Call of Duty zombies, like where they do like little clips. I love them clips. Like,
Yeah,
where
like
they,
of the
those things are
presidents and stuff.
cool. Like
Yeah.
how they like, oh, get ready to rumble.
You can be JFK.
Which one is that on?
Black Ops 1.
Uh,
Yeah. No, it's Black Ops 2, I think.
it's a
don't know.
DLC though,
I think, yeah.
Oh,
and then you can be like the president or whatever. It was so
I remember
cool.
you could get up on the table.
John, and then JFK's talking in the background. Talking about, all
Today,
right,
this today.
we kill the zombies.
It's just,
Yeah, the ray gun.
That ray gun is something nasty.
those are such good games. But I was trying to watch that freaking the anime Star Wars stuff. If I get interrupted,
All right, go. Sorry.
Oh gosh. But I was trying to
Did
watch
you
Yeah,
see-
that was a good one.
I'm about to yell in the mic.
Sorry to do it.
Remember that time?
For real, for real.
I'm gonna, if you do, I'm gonna yell
I'm
in
not,
the
I
mic,
promise.
and I'm gonna do it so fast that you're just gonna be freaking sitting there. Your ears are gonna start bleeding.
Go.
What'd you say?
Don't do it again.
I'm gonna break his ears off.
Do it again. Do it. Go, go, go.
No, but I was just trying to watch this freaking animated, like, you know how they have the animated anime like style Star Wars thing, but like
Oh, yeah.
I would be interested in
Vi-
that. But
ain't it
it's
called
just like a
Visions?
what if though. Yeah, it's
Star Wars
just,
Visions or something like that.
and I've never been like don't like the one-offs because it's like
I do. I really like a story that you can just write and that's it. Because like that, you could do a horror, just one-off thing. You could do like.
I think there's definitely like a time and place for it, but I don't think like they should actually have a whole series where they're talking about they're with some younglings, like maybe some survivors or something like that. You know what I mean? Freaking. What's so funny? What's so funny, huh?
I'm just thinking
Just thinking of freaking. What's the score?
Yeah, that's the first thing I'm thinking when you say.
What are we going to do?
No, I just
Target.
it would be fun to watch like an anime style like Star Wars thing, like but like a full seasons, like you know what I mean. Instead of it just being like one, it's like a samurai. Because like the first episode was this dude and he's like a samurai and he just went around killing freaking, just killing like Sith and just stealing their lightsabers. And he had like his
And it's
sheath-
General Grievous.
yeah, his sheath was like a samurai sword, like lightsaber. It was really cool, but it's been black and white, so I was like, like I cannot watch black and white stuff. Like when WandaVision was black and white, I was about to have my nose was about to start bleeding like freaking 11. I was like,
I really like whenever
You
they.
can't even watch Andy Griffin.
dude, that show's trash.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's just not.
My girlfriend
funny.
tries to get me to watch the Andy Griffin show, and I'm like, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
Well, we went to the store. Gosh,
They were out of the pickles you asked for.
Dang it! Oh, dang it,
And
honey!
you have like the '50s laugh track.
Yeah, looks at the
I'm
freaking- like, oh my gosh, it's trash. It's trash.
Yeah.
No.
And it's always just like,
No.
honey, I made you a sandwich. It's on the counter. He's like, thanks. Gives it to the dog, and everybody's like,
Oh, you made
her cooking's bad. This is hilarious.
or it's the vice versa, where he makes her a
Yeah.
sandwich, and she's like,
Done already, and then it's like they laugh.
"Yeah, honey,
laughing
it was
intensifies.
great." Yeah, like, gosh, dude.
It's always
My
so
girlfriend
bad.
tries to get me to watch it, and it's just terrible. It's
It's
not
just
funny.
Which, I mean, it was good then. Obviously,
Yeah.
comedy's changed, but like today, if I had to watch that today, I'd probably die. I'd probably rather.
My girlfriend tries to get me to watch it. She's like, "Why don't you watch it?" I'm like, "No, I love you, but no, I can't. My body just convulses when it's like the 16th laugh track comes on."
Yeah, I hate any show with a laugh track. Pretty much.
Dude, I call
Have
it
you
the
seen
only
the
show
thing-
good with a laugh track.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything
I
Nickelodeon back then
You
was.
see? Give me
Anything Nickelodeon was good with that. Like even Drake and Josh, that was funny as crap.
But that was like good comedy. But like the
Lucky
shows
brother.
now are freaking butt cheeks.
I don't know, the Cartoon Network, the Cartoon Network's gone now, but Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network back then was way better than what it is now.
Dude,
The
like-
saddest thing of all time, since we're going back to Star Wars now, was when they ended the Clone Wars on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I was really
Oh.
sad.
Gosh, they didn't even
It was
they didn't
really
even.
sad.
Ooh, it just ticks me off because they didn't even go off of the episode they ended off of. They just went straight to jumping scenes and went to the very end. You know,
The last season was so good.
I think Rebels is better. Than
I think like a few episodes
Clone
in
Wars.
was. Hey, I felt,
Halt. What did you just say?
I think Rebels is better than Clone Wars.
This is where,
dude,
this is where I quit. I've
no shot.
had enough of it. Why is it only me? Why am I the only one? I feel like I'm the only one that doesn't have the worst take in the. You're trolling. There's no shot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're trolling.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But I did. I love messing with you with Star Wars
And what's the other big one?
You ain't
Justin.
trolling.
He's not here.
Huh?
Batman.
You
Oh,
ain't
Batman.
trolling.
No, I mean technically I do like it more because I've only watched Rebels, but I've never watched.
Watch Clone Wars.
I'm sorry, I don't want to watch 150 episodes or
Don't-
500.
wait, Don't watch the filler.
Clone Wars?
Don't watch the filler. Do not watch the filler. There's so much
How do
filler.
you say
Just
Rebels
don't
is
watch
better
it.
than Clone Wars, but you never watched
I said
Clone Wars?
technically because I've only watched Rebels.
Look up
Hush your
Like,
mouth.
Look up like most important episodes of Clone Wars, or Clone Wars no filler.
Dude,
Clone Wars
Because
is so funny too.
I
there
just
will
don't
be-
like.
There will be an
There's some
episode
episodes
where
where it's funny.
there's
Yeah.
literally an episode where R2D2 and C3PO. I'm pretty sure. Isn't there an episode where C3PO and R2 go literally try to find a piece of fruit?
That's
for like a-
freaking.
Yeah. like a party.
It was
It's so
like
dumb.
literally.
That's like
Oh, yeah,
Breaking
that
Bad
was
with
the
fly
one where,
episode.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing?
It was like a purple.
Yeah.
It was, I know what you're talking
And
about.
there's like a party, and Anakin and Padme are like, 3PO, please find this fruit. And then like he just goes around Coruscant, and he's like,
Yeah, because Anakin told them to go get it because they lost it or
Yeah.
something like that. I was like, oh my god.
"You're blocking Tucker's entire head."
It's pretty big to block.
That's-
There ain't no way you cannot watch Clone Wars.
just watch it with no filler.
Keep quiet, boy.
No, I ain't gonna lie. The few episodes of the last season of Clone Wars, I didn't really like.
What?
The few episodes at the very end, like the beginning, probably like when they first started off. I know it was with Ahsoka on it, but like the part where they had brought the
The sisters?
yeah.
Oh, that's
I
trash.
didn't
That's
like
the
that.
middle though. The end is like,
I don't really
Oh,
like Ahsoka.
turns into
all
a
that
lot.
much.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I
Part.
know. I know
Stop.
you
What
don't.
did you say?
I mean, I know. I
What
don't
did
like
you say?
Ahsoka all that much.
you haven't seen the Clone Wars.
But-
What is there to? What have you?
She's just lame.
What content?
I
That's Trevor's favorite Jedi of all time.
I am no Jedi.
Go to your mom.
That's
and
in
cry,
Rebels
boy.
too.
I know. I mean, she's not terrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she's the worst character of all time.
Watch
No.
the Clone Wars
Listen, buddy.
and don't say nothing else.
Honestly, hey, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he ever spins that wheel and it lands on like watch the worst movie, he has to watch Clone Wars.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to spend freaking 16 hours of my life.
It's so good. But you'll watch an anime.
No, but he'll still
That's
watch it. He needs to
a
watch
But
it.
thousand
like,
episodes.
you don't understand. Like when I watch something, listen, anime are a lot different than the Clone Wars. Because listen, buddy, you can sit here and you'll wave your
Because
little
they're
hand around.
worse.
No,
Yeah,
because
Because they're
actually,
worse.
One episode
because
will be,
the quality is lower than.
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Let me.
I've
talk,
had
kid.
it enough.
I'm just saying. Keep quiet, both of y'all. I'm about to get pissed. God. I'm just saying. I don't like. I watched half the first season, and I just don't like one episode. You're in a freaking battle. Then the next episode, you're just sitting there doing the gritty and Coruscant or whatever.
Don't watch the filler.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't like when things aren't like one thing doesn't lead to another. It's just like it jumps. You know what I mean?
It does if he doesn't want me to watch the filler.
Kid, I'm about to get pissed. Keep quiet and let me finish.
I know what you're saying. I'm giving you the solution to the problem.
But that's still going to be like you're going to be freaking over in Japan, then you're going to be in the U.S. the next episode.
But if you cut out the one that's in the U.S., then you go back. It's just,
Get
it
off your
just
phone.
flows.
I'm looking something up
It just flows.
for this segment.
You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But right now, I really want to choke slam you.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you how to watch it if you don't want to have the bad episodes.
The Bad Batch. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm
What do
not
you-
about to watch the freaking Bad Batch when I haven't watched anything else, though.
I bet.
I didn't watch this new one,
Pretty
the new
dumb.
season.
I heard it's actually pretty good.
I got it spoiled.
That's what I was looking up on my phone. by the way.
Someone dies in it.
Mhm.
You know who it is? You actually know.
Big boy.
Rex.
You want me to tell you? It feels right. So
It don't matter. Just tell me.
It's Tech, the smart one.
Of course, it would be a smart one. Look at Ratchet. He died.
Hey, let's get back on track.
Echo! Saddest clone death, Echo or Fives?
Echo.
I'd say Echo.
Fives. Five is so much sadder.
Fives is sad.
He
but
figures out the chip and then just gets mowed down when he's trying to tell everybody. He's like, "There's a chip!" Like he's like telling everybody about it, and
I
then
mean, it's sad, but
they kill him. It's
Actually,
so sad.
I would say Fives because Echo's death was kind of.
He could have saved. Yeah, he just blew up.
Yeah, never mind.
Echo!
It was just sad to me. It's sad because I was like, he was actually pretty good clone. I actually liked him, but
I
that's the only
love
reason.
Echo.
That's the only reason why I like Fives too. But I liked Echo a lot more though.
Besides Rex, Fives is probably my second favorite clone.
because I was shocked when Echo died. I was like, Fives.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you're bound to die because you're basically
Heavy, bro. Wasn't his name Heavy? The one
Mm.
when they were in the. Remember when the droids like snuck in, and then that's whenever
You mean the
they
drones?
painted his,
Yeah,
Chest.
Sam.
and then the one sacrificed himself.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that his
He's
name?
like, go.
Wasn't his name Heavy?
I think so.
I can't remember.
That one wasn't that sad though. It was sad,
No,
but
it
it
was
was
sad.
bound to happen because she's like, go on, brothers.
they stay sacrificing. Like the one with the freaking, the bad Jedi that with 4 arms
yeah.
that got him killed pretty much.
Bad Joe. Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And then they like snuck out to win the battle, and then the one guy saved it,
Or
like sacrificed
the
himself
Jedi.
to blow up everybody.
Yeah.
Remember? He did it again. He's like, "Go, bro!" Every time, when they hit you with the "Go, brothers," they're done.
That's all I can think about. Going, I wish you'd watch this.
Please, dude, it's so good.
Dude, the clones are funny in that crap too. Roger.
The
And then I love when Joe Rivers bullies the clones, or not clones. I mean the droids.
when
He
the
just smacks them
when
around.
the clone hits the droid, he's like, this or that. This or that. Probably the best segment we got on this or on this podcast.
Right now.
Yeah, we're going to go into it. But so I got the first one. Y'all can think of them. If y'all don't have it, y'all can think of them like as we go with this. But what weapon is better? You got Negan's bat, Lucille, or Rick's hatchet, the red hatchet, or the red machete. It's
a red machete.
I say you really didn't use it that much.
well, he has the hatchet and then the red machete. My bad.
Yeah, but the red machete was the one he was like, I'm going to cut your freaking head off with my red machete.
Which one do y'all think?
The red machete.
I like Negan. I gotta take Lucille.
Well, I mean, what are we talking about? Just for
Like,
looks?
which one would you rather have?
Like, what are we talking about?
Like, which one do you just like better?
Oh, the Lucille. I mean, of course.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about zombie killing dog, I'm getting the freaking
No, I'm getting the bat.
The
hatchet. Not the
bat.
hatchet.
The only thing that's bad
If
about the
they're-
bat though is if you get stuck in the zombie's
If
head.
their heads evaporate like they do in the show, I'm taking the bat.
No, the only reason why that too is because
I don't
they're
feel like I
getting
ever
oldie.
see him like use it on.
They're getting
zombies
old and
all that
moldy.
much.
Dude, he does, and their heads just disintegrate.
Probably because he has the strength of Hulk.
Dude,
My favorite one part was when he found that bat again or something like that. Didn't he find the bat again?
Yeah, and
and
he
it
burned
broke.
And and then he literally was like, little pig. Like he brought back his old self again.
oh yeah, and then he burned it
Yeah.
to like say good, pretty much.
Yeah.
I like.
Starts smacking the
I
zombies
like
heads
how in
off.
some of the episodes he's still like, actually, I'm a good guy, but then he's like, she's
Yeah, he
like,
just
would you take
tries
it
to
back?
let Maggie
Then he's
die.
just like, no.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like,
Well,
duh.
I mean, it doesn't even make
I mean, I
sense.
ain't
Like,
gonna lie.
everybody's like acting as if he was irrational. You know what I mean? They literally killed the entire compound full of people for no reason. Because I mean, there was a reason,
There was
but,
a reason.
but it's not their place. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it wasn't affecting them. They were just like, the governor or whatever, the leader of Hilltop was like, these guys are stealing our stuff, and he was like, we know, we can take care of that. I forget what the deal they made was.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny is the like new characters or whatever
give
that
them
they
food.
brought in. The new
Yeah.
characters that they brought in, they're like that played the
Dead.
role. No, that played the roles. The roles, not rules. Of the episode, they were like mad at Negan. I was like, bro, you just got here.
Yeah,
Like, how do you know what?
Yeah.
Maggie's is telling everybody, watch out for him. He killed my husband. Like, I mean, probably
Maggie's
so.
kind of slowly like letting them in, but
yeah. I really like how they ended that, like, with them too.
Yeah.
I can't. I
That part was
can't.
great.
I hate watching a show if it's released as weekly episodes.
Why is it?
No, that's why I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I don't have any spoilers for it. I just want to wait till it's out and watch it through.
Why was they had an episode of Negan and Maggie only?
That's what the new show is. It's just
Because-
Negan and Maggie.
Oh, is it? I thought it was just Maggie.
Because her
and,
son gets kidnapped, and apparently he knows something.
And somehow, yeah, Negan knows the guy or something like that. So they go to New York.
honestly, hope Negan and Rick they make them two meet again. Honestly, that would be freaking.
Dude, I just
They gotta
don't-
find a way to do that.
How is Daryl in? Is it France? How is he in France?
Well, you don't. I sent
What?
you the freaking video. That would make sense.
Wait, on the new episodes
Yeah,
Do you
and
remember the
new
video I sent you the other day?
trailer?
the trailer for it.
No. When they were in the CDC, the last thing that dude said was,
Oh,
that
yeah.
in France,
France was
they were the doing
last
it the
to go.
longest,
Yeah,
and he might be over there trying to find a cure.
but he doesn't know how he got there.
Well, I mean, what are they going to tell you the whole backstory to the show in the trailer, dog?
No, but in other words, they make it seem like he just wakes up and he's like, "I'm in France."
Well, obviously not, kid.
But
I've had enough
how
of
does
you.
he still get there?
I don't know. Maybe swims. Well, I think he could have got over there because it doesn't show that like people disband, of course, but it doesn't mean that like the new place or the hilltop or whatever, all those other places are just like well, the hilltop is, but you know what I mean, like Alexandria. They could have got the plane from what was that place called? What was that community called? The big community. I can't think of what.
The one at the very end.
Yeah. But they could have
The
got
Commonwealth.
the Commonwealth.
There,
They
yeah.
could have got you know what I mean? They could have went back into the Commonwealth and got stuff from there.
Well, they stayed there.
I thought it got overrun.
No,
No, they blew it up.
They trapped all the walkers in
In a
the
certain
the rich people community and just blew it.
Well, so yeah, like they could have just gotten
TNT.
stuff out of that, and they could have had a dude like he could have went on a voyage because they knew that. You know what I mean? You see
Yeah,
what I'm
I mean, it'll make sense, but that's what I'm saying. Like in the show, he just rides off, and then it's just like, I'm in Paris.
Yeah.
Rick, I'm in Paris.
Rick, can you hear me? I'm in Paris.
Like, what?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could have come. I didn't like that much because he's like, I gotta go. I was
Oh,
like,
that's pretty cool.
Wow.
They're gonna
Do
show
you know
why
it
do
was
you gotta
supposed to
go?
be Daryl and Carol? The show was supposed to be called Daryl and Carol,
Thank God.
and she didn't go. Like the lady
I'm sorry,
that
I
played
don't like
Carol.
Carol. That's the reason why.
Carol's so good, especially in the end.
No, yeah. I don't know. There's something about me with Carol. I don't
Short hair
care
Carol,
for
long
her.
hair Carol.
short hair.
I don't know.
I think long hair
You
Carol
gotta
is a
go
lot
long hair
more.
Carol for me.
She
I got
was.
some
She
dumb-
was more like.
She got alpha killed, bro. Long hair Carol was about it.
Dude,
Short hair was
it
terrible.
aggravated me just freaking watching that alpha and beta nonsense. Dude, beta got freaking stabbed 62 times.
Dude, he fell down an elevator shaft and was
Four
just like,
stories. 4 stories.
like this freaking SpongeBob meme. I am
Guess who? Guess who's back?
like the freaking Undertaker.
And dude,
Don't call it a comeback.
he got stabbed by Daryl's
Twice.
70-inch knives through both eyes and lived to be eaten by the walkers. He's like, yeah, because he has the visions like that, you know what I mean? That he's like a walker or something like that as he's like getting eaten with 2 Bowie knives in his eyes.
What he's visioning is freaking stealing his eyeballs.
That, what I'm saying, I'm like, what is going on?
That's one thing. That's one reason why I didn't like them at all.
The
'Cause it
scene
was
with
just
him
so
whenever he
bad.
went into Alexandria and killed the people in the house, though, that
Yeah.
was fire.
No,
and
yeah.
then he stood like kneeled down with the knives, waited for him to get up. That was fire.
Yeah, there were some good parts of it, but 90% of it was just so far fetched.
oh yeah,
It was just angering. These
And I
people have freaking survived 8+ years in the freaking walking, like, you know what I mean, in a zombie apocalypse. And they're struggling with one guy, but the guy freaking survives. He's like a freaking Viking or something like that.
I know. I'm
And
like,
he's just unkillable.
like he just has,
No.
like he's an immortal. I'm
Yeah, like,
bro, what are we
We're not
doing?
fighting Superman here. We're fighting a freaking regular dude.
Yeah, he's just a little big.
Yeah, just a little large, like Tucker.
Tucker 6'4". That's what we're getting at.
All you
Stood up.
gotta do is
Dude,
end them.
Because he just was like unkillable for some reason.
I can't stand that when a character just is like
And like they took.
unbeatable and nothing.
Yes.
I
I'm
cannot
looking
up
stand
something
that
Walking
one.
Dead,
Bro,
so don't give
The
me-
whole character
You
is
think
just
you
that
could
they're a
freaking
tank.
sit there and be like, they can't tell by the way that freaking people are walking and like if they have a knife in their hand or whatever that they're the thing. I just went, oh yeah, Bing. Like you're not dodging an arrow. You're
Yeah.
not the freaking.
That's when they
green
figure it
arrow.
out.
Yeah.
And like they're walking down the bridge in one of the scenes, and they're like, "That one's the whisper," and they shoot him, and he's like, "Ah!" and then he gets eaten.
That crap was
Oh.
That was funny. They literally take a 2-second glance. They're like,
Yeah.
they shoot him in the knee.
I forgot what his last name was. I got Robert right.
Kirkman.
Kirkman. I forgot what his last name was, but I knew it was Robert. But yeah, freaking
The comics.
Robert
are
Kirkman did.
So
Robert Kirkman, dude, has imagination though. For that.
read the comics.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god.
Is that the dude that made The Walking Dead?
yeah. That's why I couldn't say his
Dude.
name. I was like, I can't remember, but I knew it was Robert, but I couldn't remember it was Kirkman.
The sad thing is they started the show obviously while the comics were still running, and Glenn, the guy that plays Glenn, didn't know Glenn was gonna die, and they're like, so the comic comes out and they're in like season 3, and he's like, oh, no. Like, my character's dead. He's like, please don't kill me in the show. They're like, you're dead.
You're not.
So Carol, the lady Carol, she's not playing in anymore in The Walking Dead.
I don't know. I don't think.
I mean, I
I got a
don't
what if for you.
honestly
She backed
blame
out
her.
of the
She
show. She
freaking
backed
has
out of
been
the
there
mission.
for a long, long time, dude.
I got a what if for you.
What?
What if, or this or that, or whatever. If you could save,
He's a,
or not save, but Carol or Glenn.
if you
What
had
do
to
you mean?
save one,
Like if you can have, like obviously, if you could switch out or just keep her alive.
That's a good. I got another one after this.
I would keep Glenn.
Keep Glenn like trade.
Trade, yeah. Like you
I
could
feel like
switch
Glenn
roles.
would have been like a whole lot better though at the very end, dude. Honestly,
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah.
like he
I
was
don't
getting
know.
he
I
was
just
getting
don't-
built
I
up.
really like Glenn.
I like Glenn a lot, but he was just too soft.
but
Sometimes.
he was
like,
getting to the point where he's about
He's
to
smart,
start.
though.
He's
He
about to
gotta-
start
he was-
snapping.
he
then
was
he got
smart,
his skull beat in with it.
He was smart though. Like with his tactics. I like the part where that got me so well. I thought he was dead. Remember when he freaking
Oh, yeah.
was the son or whatever, with their son or whatever?
Yeah, the dude,
and
the dude who shot himself in the
Alexandria,
head.
the son of Alexandria, the president. What do they call her? The president or something like that. Of
You're talking
Alexandria?
about when the dude shot himself on the dumpster? and he
Yes,
fell?
yes.
That wasn't her son.
Yeah, no, that was like her buddy, her son's
No,
buddy.
yeah, that was his friend. Her son's the guy that he was like, "You got no guts," and he gutted him while they were playing pool. Remember?
Oh, okay. Who?
That was her son. That was just her son's friend.
What a line.
that crap, dude. That
what a
dude.
line.
The
You
way
got
that
no guts.
Negan. If anybody
That's
doesn't
alright.
like Negan,
I didn't like Negan
Why?
for a long time, but it was
No.
because he killed
I
like, my favorite
always liked him.
characters.
That's what.
Because I was like, gosh, I want to
No,
punch
but
you. in the
like I
face.
But he's just so good. Like that.
Yeah. But no,
that
he does
moment,
have-
I would trade Negan for Glenn or Abraham. I'm sorry.
the like I said, the part where they ended that episode was freaking great because it looked like he was getting eaten by the zombies and he just had the
Yeah, and he went under
the guy
dumpster.
on top of
I
him.
think I watched that live.
Glenn
I was like,
escaped death
so many times.
so many times.
Dude, he was a little rat with that type of
Dude,
stuff.
and then they finally got him.
Dude.
you know what freaking drove me insane.
I gotta say something really quick. They tried to throw you off because people that read the comics would see it coming
Yeah.
with the
I
bat.
mean, like,
with
that
Lucille.
was his time.
They're like, so whenever he's going down the line, he hits Abraham. Everybody's like, oh, like it's sad, but Glenn's alive.
He's dead.
And then you see Daryl hit him, and he's like, back to it. He hits Glenn like out of nowhere, and everybody's like, ah!
Like,
They tried to
oh.
throw you
It'd
off
been
by killing
so
Abraham.
sad. They
I wish
killed
they would have
Daryl.
just. I wish they would have kept Abraham or Glenn. I liked Abraham a lot.
I mean,
He
dude,
used
that
to
too.
crack
That
me
whole
up.
list of everybody being on their knees is kind of hard to pick, honestly.
I
I mean,
hated
like
that.
out of that group, because honestly,
Dude.
Marty, Mo.
I mean, I would have. I don't know who I would have picked if I was one that. I mean, I'm not gonna. I would never do
I
that. But I'm
couldn't-
just saying, I don't know who I'd pick out of that group.
I was about to say
Carol.
the next this or
Wait,
that.
she wasn't even there, was she? No, she wasn't.
I don't think Carol was there.
She wasn't. She stayed at the Alexandria.
It was it was Abraham,
It was for sure Eugene,
Eugene.
Daryl,
Eugene.
Glenn. No, I like Eugene a
I
lot
didn't like
at the
Eugene.
end.
Dude.
I really did.
He
He's
started
just so
pissing me
funny.
off because he's like,
No, the part where I liked him is when they did the whole part where they were surrounding the fields with the guns.
With
and
the-
it.
yeah,
that
he
was
rigged-
good.
he
That was
rigged them to
awesome.
blow up.
Because I thought he was just being like a softie.
That's
and
what
then
he's
just-
so smart, bro. I love when a character's smart.
Yeah.
That's why I like Batman so much.
like he changed that whole script of that like whole thing because I was like,
And dude, like,
great.
He's
I'm like,
so
I actually
good.
like you now because I was I hated you.
I love the scene whenever they get to the Commonwealth and he is like pretty much telling the truth to them about what like where they came from, the interviews, and he's like freaking out. And
Where'd you take my friends?
yeah, and then what's his name? The red suit guy. Oh my god. Like the main
I know who you're talking
like
about.
the cop.
I can't think of his
people,
name.
But the one with the red suit.
Oh yeah.
The main one. Oh my god.
I'll look it up. Are y'all
Mercer.
talking about?
Mercer.
Mercer. He's like, we know you're lying because you're not a very good liar. And then you see Eugene relax because he's starting to lie, and he's such a good liar. That's where he's comfortable. and he's literally gets calm and acts like he's telling the truth, but he's actually lying. Like that scene was so good
Yeah.
because he's in his element now.
Yeah.
He's lying.
There's a dude on one of my animes. That's all he does is lie. He's like a guy that's a professional swordsman, and he's just like has a slingshot and just lies pretty much. He's like, "Hey guys, look, there's a bad guy over there. Y'all go get him." You think?
Dumber weapon. The girl with the slingshot that's Connie's sister,
Mm-hmm.
the deaf girl's sister.
Mm.
I can't think of her name. The slingshot, or as iconic as it is, Rick's pistol because it has 6 bullets.
Oh, Rick's pistol, definitely.
What?
I'm picking
You're
Rick's
picking
pistol.
it?
Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause,
it's still a
for one,
gun.
I like
but
Rick's
It's 16
pistol,
pounds, dude. A Desert Eagle's freaking
That is,
heavy as
but
hell.
the thing
That's
about
a
it,
python.
I
I
don't-
could sit, or yeah, a python. I could just sit there and freaking shove the barrel down someone's freaking.
like if we
eye
were
socket.
to pick and choose, honestly, I'd pick that
Dude.
gun. Honestly, in my opinion.
But you
Before
gotta
we
think.
get
But it
sidetracked,
matches
I forget,
Rick's
though.
personality.
Bro, the scene when he freaking whooped that dude in Alexandria and got put in the prison. Then the walkers got free, and he shoved the barrel down the freaking walker's throat and lit it up, and his freaking brains went everywhere and whatnot, and it just went back on him. Dude, that was such a good scene. I love
Yeah.
that scene.
There
Every
was
time
no
I
point of
watch
him
Dude,
even
that-
doing that though. Too at the same time, he's just like take
Well,
off.
I think he didn't want.
The season 5, like I love that whenever the
He
guy accidentally kills the lady's husband because he's like drunk with
Yeah.
with the sword, and she's like, "Rick, do it," and he just freaking walks over there.
Yeah, like not
It's
even a hesitation. Just
And,
and the
just,
camera angle was
and then
perfect.
he just crazy with the blood all over him.
Oh, the camera
Dude,
angle.
Rick with that season.
The camera.
Before he went into Alexandria, oh my gosh, he was a
Even
freaking badass.
when he was there,
I love
Yes.
I love the part where
beginning part. Then he
I
kind of
love-
got a little too soft at
I
The
the
love the part where they walk into Alexandria. They said, "Now we're here" or something like that, or whatever.
yeah,
We're
you
gonna
know
take this
the
over.
episode that
No, it wasn't that. That was such
he
a good line.
started. I mean, he was already goaded, but the episode he started was the one where he's yeah, that one. But before that, like right before that, whenever he's in the house sleeping, and then the guys start coming in, yeah, and he's like goes under the bed, and he's like,
Zip.
and then he has to stealth out, and then somehow Rick or Carl and Michonne gets them out too. I'm like,
That
yeah,
part,
they just walk up. He's like,
that part was
and then they just dip.
the part when they found Alexandria and they walk inside. That was so corny, but so fun, like so good at the same time. Where they shot the zombie,
Yeah.
he shot the zombie and said, "Now that we're here," or something like that. I can't remember what they said.
yeah,
Something like-
it's
but
a good thing that we're here.
The camera angles were awesome in those, like how they had it set up and everything. And what the part where Rick was looking over.
Yeah, and dude.
Like it follows his
Like it's
pistol.
like literally you feel like you're laying down.
It's like a good shot.
I take back what I said. His first best scene to me is I made you a promise, and then he hacks the guy to death with the red machine.
I'm talking about the part where they're like
That was
all
the best.
like hanging over the freaking about to get.
Well,
Chop.
no, I'm talking
Dude, that part
about when
right
he
there.
promises the guy, "I'm going to kill you with a machete with a red handle," and then he does it. That's his first like. His
Who
most
was
iconic
the
move.
first guy that was laying in that? You know that part where they like went to the basically the people that eat the
Cannibals?
people, the cannibals.
Yeah.
Uh,
What was it called?
where they're
Terminus.
like handing their heads over the thing. Who was the first person that was about to get cut before Carol started saving them? Actually,
Glenn, I think.
Oh, that's right, dude.
That's
Glenn,
right.
dude, survived
That's what I'm
another
saying.
one.
Glenn has had.
I bet everybody
many
was like,
fake deaths.
Oh no.
Dude, that was just such a.
Yeah.
But you knew it was coming. I was kind of honestly wasn't even thinking about Carol doing that crap, but you could see her coming doing it from the movie. But I was thinking they were gonna kick him or something like that and beat him up.
Another freaking like just heart pounding scene is when the girl killed her sister to come
I
back
was
as a
about to
walker.
say that.
I
And
could see it in
Carol,
your
you
eyes.
could. I
She
was literally about to say that.
I could see it in
And
your eyes.
they're like, dude, I love Carol
What
because
part
she
was
gets it done.
where she freaking
When the Lizzie,
she was had
her name
has
was
the
Lizzie,
two little
wasn't it?
girl. I don't know their names.
Oh, I
Lizzie-
hated that so much.
Yeah,
I couldn't
she
stand them
she
girls.
killed the young one was
little
fine,
one
but
was, yeah.
Lizzie, I think her name was Lizzie.
I think it was. Her.
She killed her sister so she would
Mhm.
come back.
She's like, see, it's still her.
And then you got Tyrese.
Or Tyrese.
Tyrese. You got Tyrese and Carol.
It's her with a T, so leave me alone.
And what's Judith as a baby? And he's like, "What are we gonna do with her?" And Carol's like, "I got this." She's like, "Look over there." Just flowers.
Butterfly.
No, she was saying, "Look at the flowers, Lizzie. Look at the flowers."
Yeah, and then she just freaking like get it done. She was
She was like,
Dude,
gone
she was-
to this planet, out of here.
Yeah, I mean, like no.
I don't blame her. I was.
she was like
I
Rick.
would be
Her
freaking
and
out.
Rick kind
Carol.
of had the same type of glow up, but
Yes.
she was a late bloomer a little bit more. Because Rick, even in like season 3, bro, I just got past the episode where, dude, Rick had such a quick draw. They were in the bar and they're getting freaking.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
The
I
second season.
Yeah,
Herschel.
Herschel. They're
When he
getting
was
Herschel
drunk,
at the
yeah.
bar, and he's like, "Man, get off me!" And the dudes came in, and he just boom, boom, and just boom, hit the dude with a double tap
Yeah.
too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I like
Dude.
And the freaking scene where the guy falls on the fence and they're like, "We can't just leave him here," and he's just like, just
Yeah.
rips his leg
He's
off the
like-
post. Dude, Rick,
Oh, that crap hurt.
We
Dude, that
have to-
hurt me.
Oh,
we
dude, yeah, I
have
was
to
like,
do.
It was like one of the pointy ones that literally
Yeah.
went like that too, and I'm like, dude, that thing's gonna be
Why would
like
you not
what?
just leave him?
I don't know. I know he just
Literally.
murdered 2 guys,
That's
3
what
guys,
I'm saying.
I think.
You just
And
killed
he's
2
just
of them
like-
anyways. Like, what?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like they had
That,
like,
another thing wasn't that Glenn that was like, "We gotta save him." Freaking-
No, it was Rick. Rick was like, "We can't leave him here."
or was it Glenn that was saying, "Let's dip"?
I think it was both. Him and Herschel were like, "Let's go."
yeah.
He was like, "The walkers are coming. Come on, Rick. Come on." And Rick's like, "We gotta help him.
Herschel's like,
we gotta help
We
him."
gotta take his leg off above the knee. He's like, "Don't take my leg."
Don't take my
He's
leg.
like, "Okay."
My leg. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. I know it's hard for y'all, but try to come back next episode for the next dumpster fire. We appreciate you for watching. Adios.